Welcome to another episode of last week's Comics Today. I got a stack pretty large, I think it's 10 books, and a trade at the bottom of this. I have already shot the video for that, so I will talk about that a little bit at the end, but that video should be coming soon. So we're going to start today with Batman and Joker, The Deadly Duo, Issue 2. This is the Silvestri series, and so I praised the hell out of the art in the first issue, and I just want to point this out. So there is something that annoys me, and it's the size of her feet. Look at that. So this issue, and I guess from here on I can be more critical since I gushed so much about the art in the first issue, but those are Sideshow Bob feet. Like, this girl is definitely a clown. She should be killed. The story is moving slowly, I'll say, but it is moving, and the art is still great. There is this part here, and I don't know why people think it's okay to insert just the dumbest shit into Nightwing's mouth because of a stupid show from '66. It is not okay. I got to this panel and I wanted to throw this book at a fire. I'm like, Anyway, it's okay. Not much happens. There's a fight scene in the beginning. There's a party. There's a party, and at that party, I'm like, oh, so this is the bad guy, because he's the first character named, I think, since the start? Yeah, there's this, well, it's a meeting of shareholders, but we get to calm down Sims, and I go, oh, whoever Sims is, that's the bad guy, unless I am that far out of the Batman loop that I don't know who Sims is supposed to be. But there's a guy with an eye patch, he gets named, and I go, well, that's the bad guy, clearly. Anyway, future issues, we'll see if I am correct or not, but this is... it's entertaining, it's interesting, despite the nostalgic need to insert stupid words into Nightwing's mouth. Hexware, issue 1, this is Tim Seeley, who has been working steadily for a number of years, although I don't think I've encountered any of his work. So this is... and for, I think, multiple moments, I thought that this was maybe a video game tie-in. There is sort of a reference to Cyberpunk 2077 in the solicitation text, although that's just, I think it's a jumping off point. It's not really a Cyberpunk tie-in book. This is magical sci-fi. It's listed as Cyberpunk, and that is a lie. But, it's bad. It's really, really bad. The art is okay. It's kind of sketchy. There are moments where it looks better, and there are times when I think it looks worse. So that is very much personal opinion. However, I got to just reading page 1. I'm like, I no longer want to read this book. Yeah, and there's not even really that many words on it. I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna hate this. And that initial impression was correct. I did not like any part of this. I don't know if this is the best example of Seeley's work or not. However, I am now much less interested in trying anything else he's done. And yeah, I didn't enjoy any part of this from start to finish. Gotham City, Year 1, Issue 3, and I am, at the moment, forgetting how many issues this is supposed to be. So, is it 8? 6? Things definitely took a turn since last issue. So, there was an exchange that was supposed to happen in the previous issue, and half of the exchange went through, and the other half failed to deliver. So, things, as I said, take a turn. I love this panel. Black and white. It's fantastic. I am once again a fan of Phil Hester's work. Tom King, I tend not to trust. I can't tell whether or not his stuff is going to be good until it's already too late. I am enjoying this. There's a brilliant scene in here with Mrs. Wayne and Slam Bradley. And as I said, things take a turn. There's sort of an assumption of bad news related to the kidnapped child. And she goes to Slam with a new task. And he sets off with diligence and fists. So it's this series continues to be great. I don't know how it's going to end. I hope it ends well for the audience. Again, I don't think it's going to be good news. I don't think this is going to end well for the characters. I hope it's an overall good story for us to read, because I think, based on the issue 1 setup, that this event, this kidnapping, is what leads to Gotham's downfall into crime-riddled. Yeah, I don't think things are going to work out well for any of these characters, really. But the story, thus far, is great. I continue to recommend it. Earthdivers issue 3, and wow, I'm kind of surprised this is only issue 3. It feels like more has happened than the 3 issues worth of material, but I'm going to say, if I haven't said this already about this book, it will read better as a trade than it is reading currently as single issues. There is not much help. The writing doesn't give the audience much help as far as remembering who some of these people are and what they're up to. So I'm having a difficult time sort of keeping track of when. Well, yes. When, a little bit. Because this issue complicates things quite a bit, and one of the crazier things from last issue is not followed up here, which I had hoped for. So that's mildly disappointing. But the who I was talking about, who some of these people are. Some writers, work a recap, work information into the writing so that the audience gets reminded, because it's a month between issues, right? And that is not being done here. So it's on us, I'm saying, to remember what's happening, which is why I'm saying it would read better as a trade, so that you could read a chunk of it all at once. You wouldn't have these months-long waits between issues where you're trying to remember, one character, during a heavy week. So what I'm saying is, this is fine. It's not the best. I'm still enjoying it, and I'll see where it goes. Poison Ivy issue 7. This issue makes me think I should drop the book. The art I am not a fan of. So this, I don't know this artist. However, that's a great background. When it comes to characters, not so much. Like, I hate this outfit. I hate the faces that are drawn. Mrs. Tiny Mouth. See, this is a better face. I don't know. The story is, I'll say it's interesting, but I can't deal with his art. And when I thought this was just a 6-issue series, it was one thing, because I'm like, alright, I can deal with 6 issues. But when it comes to open-ended things, and I currently don't know when this is supposed to end, it could be at any point, which, I don't know. I feel like it might last this next arc and then end. I don't know. It's just a different calculus in my brain about, how much I'm willing to put up with. And when I don't know when a series is going to end, I make harsher decisions about, well, I'm just going to get out now. So, Poison Ivy issue 8 might not make it into my stack. Little Monsters issue 8. This cover is amazing. I love it. The issue itself is also fantastic, and it's more information about one of the main characters' past, as well as we get some information about one of the characters that has been shunted off to the side that we haven't seen in a couple of issues. So that's also fantastic. And then this ends with some very serious business going down that I very much look forward to seeing the conclusion to, the ramifications of next issue. But this is fantastic. It has remained fantastic the entire series thus far, and I wholeheartedly recommend this. If you are at all unfamiliar with Lemire and Nguyen, then you should pick up Descender and Ascender. I'll just say start there, and once you're done with that, continue over into Little Monsters. It's a fantastic read. Do a Powerbomb issue 7. This is the end of the miniseries, and it was so incredibly good. I got emotional at the end of this. It's a very emotional scene, and it got me. It was fantastic. So I don't know how much of this I want to tell you or how much I can show. The wrestling is off the charts this issue. It is so good. The story is phenomenal. The art is amazing. Whew. Look at that. It's amazing. I've bought this, and much like Murder Falcon, I will be getting the trade, and then if they choose to do a hardcover, I will also buy the hardcover. This is so good, I will buy it 3 times, is what I'm saying. Please read this. Batman, issue 130. This issue is... I don't know. It starts with this opening sequence. So... it's so ridiculous and dumb. It's also kind of amazing, but it's so stupid it kind of pisses me off. So you can see here, Batman is in space. He doesn't have a mask, and yet he, through a series of events, winds up propelling himself back to Earth. So dumb. Then he lands fine. He makes it through the atmosphere, and through the use of his cape, slows his descent enough to walk away from landing from space. Oh, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Alright. But then, we get the rest of the issue. So he winds up at the fortress. Superman's there. Robin's there. And there's a new suit for Superman. Versus failsafe again. Things happen. Things end a certain way. They appear to end a certain way. And then there's the last page that throws a giant monkey wrench into things. So who knows what happened. But I guess I will talk about that next issue. The solicits are pretty vague as far as the next couple of issues go. And I think new solicits are coming out probably next week. So we should have an idea about where things are going, but this is... it's good, despite how much I laugh at the opening sequence. It's good. I still want to see where it's going, but please don't ever do this again. This is not okay. Predator, issue 5. So at the end of the last issue, she was going, our main character, Theta, was going up against a Predator. She gets rescued by some people. Is that a Daredevil skull? Look at that. Anyway, she gets rescued by some people, and she wakes up in their custody. What's in her ears? What is that? Art's good, story's still good. This does end with, I believe, so it's an ongoing, I thought, and so I was surprised to see to be concluded. Which is true, this is part 5 of 6. It's just, usually, I only see concluded at the end of a series, not the end of a arc. So it's part 5 of 6. I will see how this ends, but I've been enjoying it, even if it's extremely reminiscent of a previous Predator storyline. It's good. Art's good. I recommend it. I don't know what else to say. I guess get the trade. If you haven't been reading the individual issues, then when this gets collected, absolutely get that. If you are interested in Predator comics, this is very good. Lastly, there is Quested #1. This is another new Whatnot book, and I was extremely disappointed in Ninja Funk that came out last week. So I read this first just to get out of the way. If it was going to be bad, I wanted to not have it linger, not have this thing in the back of my mind that I knew I had to get to and didn't really want to. And it turns out this is great. So really, first impressions. So it starts here, and much to the opposite, and that's a terrible sentence. I had the opposite reaction to this that I had to Hexware, which was page 1. I'm like, all right, this is great. It's a great first page, and you can see just how bright all of the colors are here. But it's an adventure story, and there's a twist, as usual. But it's really well written. The art's great. I recommend this. I think this is a 4-issue series, or intended to be. There are a bunch of variant covers for this as well. Maybe this goes against my rule of the number of variant covers means that the contents aren't good, but this is good. It's recommended if you are into, fantasy comics. If you're into well-written, well-drawn comics, grab this. Lastly, there is a new volume of Lazarus, which is pretty surprising. This is volume 7. This just came out. I already shot a video for this, so that should be coming soon, but this is great. The whole series has been great. If you can find them, grab these trades. This, I'm going to repeat myself a little bit, but this could be considered the end of a story. It's not. There's plenty of threads that are still dangling, but this could be the end. It's not really a cliffhanger. Things end happily for a couple of characters and mysteriously for some others. So if you're interested, you can grab the whole, it's really 8 volumes, but I'm not going to get into that. You can grab the whole thing, and it's a good read. There is one additional book. So my wife got Sakamoto Days, Volume 5. This is out. I'm going to wait till Volume 6 comes out. She looks very interesting. I want to know more about her. But Sakamoto Days, Volume 5, it just came out. I have done videos for Volumes 1 through 4. You can check those out. And I will get to this as soon as Volume 6 comes out, probably in 2 to 3 months. So I'm looking forward to this. As far as Pick of the Week, I have no idea. Well, Predator's good. Powerbomb, probably. Little Monsters as well. Let me see what else is in here. Yes. Little Monsters and Do a Powerbomb. Both excellent. I'm giving them both Pick of the Week. Do a Powerbomb, I think, has gotten Pick of the Week every issue that it has come out. It is that good. It is a hugely emotional series that just happens to feature also amazing wrestling. And then Little Monsters, there is quite a bit to learn here. Also very emotional. It's this is a tense read. But that is everything that I got this week. I get all of my books from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you. Thanks for watching.